Hi, thanks again for watching OneMinuteDigital.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Content Aware tool in Photoshop to add bleed to an image or to make an image bigger when the actual image only cuts off at a certain point and you want to make it look like the background is still there and it was originally photographed that way. Okay, the first thing you do in Photoshop is make a copy of your photo layer, just in case you need to go back to it. We want to make sure it's there. Turn off that background layer, and in the background copy layer, go to Image, Canvas Size. In this box, make sure you select the bottom anchor arrow. That's going to make it expand to the top to give us more room. And this image is about 32.5 inches. We're going to make that 35 inches to give us more room. And there we go. Here's the part we want to fill in with this background layer. Using your rectangular marquee tool, making sure that feather is set to 0, click outside the canvas, drag and select not too much, maybe about 3 layers here, 3 rows of bricks will do just fine. Select that. And now on your keyboard, select Shift and F5. Those are the row of F keys above your number keys normally on your keyboard. Shift F5. Make sure that Content Aware is selected. Blending mode normal. Opacity 100, preserve transparency unchecked, and say OK. Depending on how big your image is, it may take a little while to fill. Just let it do its thing. Photoshop is thinking and making an image out of something that wasn't there to begin with. And there you go. You see how Photoshop went ahead and filled in the background for you, and it's pretty seamless. If you zoom in, you can kind of see where it fudged a little bit. You can see it gets a little blurry here, but for the most part, to the naked eye, it looks like the wall is actually higher than it was originally. Content Aware tool is really good for doing things like this with patterns and replicating them. It's a little bit harder when you're trying to use images of people or when the backgrounds are more complicated, but it can be done. So here's one, and again, make a copy of your background, just in case, turn it off, and on your background copy, go to Image, Canvas Size, select the bottom anchor arrow, and this is 27.7. We're going to make it 30 inches because we want to put some type on top of there. There we go. We have a little bit more room to work with. Now selecting your rectangular marquee tool, select outside the canvas, click and drag, and just select a little bit. We want to make sure this pole continues behind them and goes up all the way to the outside of the image. So you don't want to select too much because it will pick parts of his head and put it in there with the pole. You don't want that. So just select a little bit of that top of that image for Photoshop to replicate. Now hit Shift F5, Content Aware, Blending Mode Normal, Opacity 100, Preserve Transparency unchecked, and say OK. Let it do its thing. And there you go. It duplicated the image, as you can see. If you zoom in, you can see that Photoshop just duplicated what was there. You can see it's 3 times there instead of 1. Normally, it really doesn't matter because you're either doing this for bleed, where that part is going to be cut off anyway, or you're doing it so that you can type in something on top of it, and it probably won't show anyway. So now you have a little bit more room to type some names for a wedding, say, and it's covering up that part of the pole here that's duplicated, so most people would not be able to tell unless they know you did that. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more tutorials on Content Aware. I can make images in an image disappear as if they were never there at all in the original photograph, and it's a great, great tool to learn how to use. Okay, until next time, thanks so much.